Hey everyone, it's Clinton, and I am back with some gameplay for you. We're looking at Warframe today. There's no Destiny. This is a short video about Warframe, show you some gameplay, and I'm going to do a short channel update, I suppose. It's been quite a few months since I posted on my channel, and as you may know, I mostly post Destiny, and I simply haven't posted any Destiny content, pardon me, since since before The Taken King came out. During when The Taken King was released, during that whole time, and since the release of Taken King, I have done nothing. You might have seen my last video was probably a couple Witcher videos, and so yeah, the channel has been a bit dormant, and I have to say right now, I'm taking a break from Destiny. Destiny itself is in a bit of a lull. If you follow the news about Bungie and Destiny, you know that they've had their challenges recently, both on the community management and PR side of things, and I think just internally, they're kind of stretched a bit thin and working on a bunch of things that they can't talk about. Of course, the writing's on the wall for Destiny 2 to be coming out soon, and there's all that speculation around that. And yeah, right now people are in the dark. People don't know what's going on, but the game itself is kind of becoming stagnant for me. I haven't actually played any Destiny since sometime during the Christmas break. That's when all of a sudden I just decided, I'm just gonna stop. I was playing some Crucible, and just some switch flipped inside of me, and I decided that I couldn't play Destiny anymore. I just need to play other things. And one of those other things turns out to be Warframe. To get into Warframe in this video is not going to be possible. It's just the most I can tell you is the most I can do is give you the highest level summary of what this game is, besides jumping down into pits and killing myself repeatedly, as you can see here. What I can say about Warframe now is that it is my new Destiny. Warframe, for those who don't know, I'll give you the briefest of summaries. Warframe is a free-to-play, third-person action game. It's an instanced multiplayer game. It's available on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And the game was released officially, I believe, sometime in 2013, I want to say. Which gives it at least a full year's head start on Destiny. But it's actually been out there for the public since sometime in 2012, I believe, when they had like an extended beta period. So people have been playing this game for quite some time now, and I gotta say, Warframe has been doing Destiny much longer than Destiny has been Destiny. And the funny thing about Warframe being the way it is, it's very much more full-featured than Destiny, given that they have at least a year's head start. But what's remarkable about this game is that the team is much smaller. It's a much smaller production. It's made by a company located in Ontario, Canada, called Digital Extremes. And like Bungie, they have a long history, I guess, in the industry. They've both companies start out in the 90s, I believe even in the late 80s. But Digital Extreme cut its teeth on games like Unreal Tournament. You might have heard of this this game called Dark Sector that came out for the Xbox 360 in the last generation. But they definitely have a pedigree of first-person shooters and science fiction games, and Warframe is pretty much their biggest success to date. I suppose it's their own creation. They self-publish this game, and it's a relatively small team compared to something in the from the likes of Bungie and Activision and Destiny. And what I always say to my friends now when I try to explain to them what Warframe is, it's essentially like if you wanted to get a roadmap of where Destiny is headed and what Destiny 2 might look like in the future, you only have to look at Warframe, really. You just kind of look at the feature list and you say, yep, this is what we would expect Destiny 2 to have. For example, Warframe. I apologize. I am jumping ahead a bit here. Let me rewind a bit. I got a few minutes to go. So, Warframe itself is a free-to-play game, as I mentioned, so that you can just jump in. You can download the game today, and it's at no cost to you. There's no risk at all. When I first started playing the game, I put in a few bucks to get a small sort of beginner's offer, where I got some of their in-game currency, their premium currency called Platinum. Got a bunch of that, and I got some melee weapon. It was like this laser sword and a fire shield, and a skin to go with it. And it cost me maybe $8 Canadian. And that was during the Christmas promotion they had, where a bunch of stuff was on discount. And so I got that just to kind of get a head start. But essentially, you don't have to pay a dime. Everything in this game you can grind for, and you can obtain just by playing the game and earning their in-game currency, their soft currency, which are called credits. So you have credits, you have platinum. You can grind for anything in the game. I think there were some exceptions. All the cosmetic items, there's a lot of cosmetic things you can get. All that stuff you have to pay platinum for. You have to pay with real money. But if you want any weapon, any of the classes, there are just like dozens and dozens of classes in this game. They call them frames, hence the name Warframe. Frames are essentially suits, different suits that you change in and out of, and they just act as like different characters and different classes. And it's a grind fest. It is very much in the same vein as like Destiny, where you grind for things and there's RNG, there's random loot. But I'm finding that it's really scratching that itch for me. It's filling that void that Destiny has left now that I stopped playing Destiny. And I really want to post more videos about this on the channel and dig more into it. It's a very complex game. On the surface, it's just very like, okay, it's a third-person action game. You shoot things die, you pick up loot, and you get stronger. It's very simple in that respect, but actually getting into the systems and kind of finding your feet for the first couple hours is actually extremely difficult, because the game itself has a very bare bones tutorial and just kind of teaches you the basic mechanics of playing. But in terms of actually progressing and learning the experience points, the experience system, learning how the weapons are modified, everything that's revolved around progressing your character is very slim and leaves you in the dark. So this is just the first taste. I want to keep this short, but I will be back for more Warframe stuff. So please tune in next time, and I'll see you all in a couple weeks. Ciao.